Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater. And, you know, with Marvel having just released its 20th film, as we're coming into the final couple films for Phase 3, getting ready to go into Phase 4 and to the future of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, there's kind of been all eyes on Kevin Feige for how he's going to do it. And with the fallout between Disney and James Gunn and that whole situation has kind of tossed a lot of it in the air. We don't really know where things are going to go. So Kevin Feige, always one who doesn't like to displease, has kind of chimed in on this particular thing here by saying that more female-led Marvel films are in the works, which is fine. Would have loved it if he would have come out and like defended his friend or talked about his friend's situation a bit more, actually come out there and been public about the whole thing with James Gunn. But I understand why he didn't do it. I get it. I understand. But at the same time, that's my criticism of Kevin Feige. Now, in an interview with Entertainment Weekly, Marvel Studios president Kevin Feige has confirmed that they are currently developing more female-led Marvel movies following Captain Marvel's release and plans to announce the film in the near future. Now, what does this mean? Well, we know Miss Marvel is going to be one, right? Was it Kamala Khan? I don't know how to pronounce her name. That's going to be one. Probably Jane Foster as Thor, but just a new cast, Jane Foster. Maybe give Gamora her own movie now that they're going to need to find a way to keep the Guardians in play, but probably send them on their own separate adventures. I'm still thinking that as Guardians of the Galaxy is going to be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, as it should be at this point, if they're not going to bring back James Gunn. But this is what he says here. He says, with Ant-Man and the Wasp and now Captain Marvel and many movies to be announced in the near future, I'm anxious for a time where it's not a novelty that there's a female-led superhero movie, but it's the norm. And it is less of a story of, oh, look, a female hero, and it's more of a story of, oh, what's this about? Who is this character? I'm excited to see that, and I think we can get there. But my comment back to Feige there is, we're already there. We're already there. The people out there that are saying like, oh, it's another female-led movie, yay, are like the bloggers that are going off about this like nonstop. Like Wonder Woman was treated like it was the second coming of Christ because it was a Wonder Woman movie that was good. It was good, by the way, but it was treated like it was this thing that otherwise would never have existed, right? Like we know that. And so when they say, oh, we're doing a Captain Marvel movie, it's going to be Carol Danvers. Okay, cool. Leave it at that. Just leave it at that. Don't interject identity politics unnecessarily. And he's trying to do away with that. You can see that in the comment, right? It's less of a story of, oh, look, a female hero. And it's more of a story of like, oh, what's this about? Who is this character? I'm excited to see that. Because he's understanding that he's going to have to sell it based on the character and not the gender of the character. Marvel Studios is not Marvel Comics. All right. Marvel Comics acting the way it's acting is what helped produce Comicsgate. And with good reason, because of the way they've been going about things. Now, Feige ain't about trying to get in that fight, but that fight's going to happen regardless. And it's not even going to be him pushing it. He's not even going to be the one that's playing that game. It's going to be all the other pundits online that are going to be talking about it and creating the buzz, creating the drama. Now, his entire philosophy here is or his approach, I should say, is going to have to be to navigate that minefield. Like I said, he is forever the people pleaser, except when it comes to talking about James Gunn. Now, on the question as to why female superhero solo movies took so long to develop, Feige added that there's a lot of reasons, one of which is the ridiculous perception that female superhero movies are not capable of having box office success. Well, when you base that basically off of Elektra from 2005, a movie no one wanted, no one asked for, but we still got, and it tanked, yeah, I can see that. Now, he says here, I think there's a lot of reasons, not the least of which was fighting for many years in the erroneous notion that audiences did not want to see a female-led hero film because of a slew of films 15 years ago that didn't work. And my belief was always that they didn't work not because they were female-led. They didn't work because they were not particularly good movies, which is, yeah, like Elektra was not a good movie. Supergirl, while it's fun and it's campy and it's definitely 1980s and Helen Slater, it's still not that good of a movie, and that's the big problem here is like these kind of films, they need to be told well. And Kevin Feige with Marvel Studios is good at telling them well. But I do want to point this out, though. With the James Gunn situation, Captain Marvel is the next movie. And if it's not resolved, and I mean, it's not resolved to where people are at least marginally accepting of where things are going, this movie could be hit with the same kind of boycott that impacted Solo. And that is something that they need to consider. That is something that they need to very much consider, because that is going to be something people have already been talking about. I've already seen it brought up in a couple different circles. I've already heard it mentioned and floated around in a few places. It has a lot to do with the fact that people are still mad about how this whole James Gunn thing played out. They're also not very happy about some of the comments that Brie Larson has made. And I think that Kevin Feige is going to tell Brie Larson in the meantime to clam it, you know, look, keep it to a minimum. We don't want this to tank, because if they're going to basically make Captain Marvel the centerpiece of the next 10 years, or the next, phase at least of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, they don't want to alienate the audience. The audience are willing to accept these characters, right? Because they want them in the movies. They want them there. But what they want is they want another Black Panther success. And I want them to have that too. Black Panther was a good movie. So I don't know. It's all going to be about identity politics. If identity politics are brought in unnecessarily, and they are played up like they were in Ghostbusters 2016, Captain Marvel will tank, and then more female-led Marvel movies will also then feel that backlash. Not because they've done anything wrong, but because of the way the culture war was allowed to play out, and because of the way that people like Feige, allowed it to happen. And that's the thing here, is when you start seeing like the Jezebels and the Kotakus and the Polygons, the Mary Sue, all those websites start running these kind of articles attacking the fan base, it is up to the studio head to come out and go, no, that is not our position. That is not our take on this. And if they do that, then they might end up coming out on top. But we'll have to wait and see what happens. It's going to be crazy, I think, in the meantime. Anyway, what are your guys' thoughts on this? Let me know down in the comments below. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This has been $3 Theater. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day, and peace out. If you enjoyed this video, please consider becoming a patron today for just $1 per month over at patreon.com/mundanemat.